Billy Beane, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that he's all in.
The Orioles send their closer, Jim Johnson, to Oakland.
Jeff Samardzija traded to the Oakland A's.
John Lester, Oakland makes a trade for yet another starting pitcher. And then going back to Boston was Yoenis Cespedes.
Billy Beane wheeling and dealing. The 4-for-1 trade that involved Josh Donaldson over the weekend. He moves from the A's to the Jays.
The A's will use the money that they saved on other players, and that will too factor into how we ultimately perceive this deal.
Billy Beane loves to make a deal come to life, and he's been doing an awful lot of that since July. Look at the additions and the subtractions. It's very rare to see an organization trade 3 players in terms of just tools per position player, like Addison Russell, a prospect, Yoenis Cespedes, and Josh Donaldson, the latest, off to Toronto. For more on all of this, let's welcome in their skipper on the phone, Bob Melvin, who joins us here on MLB Tonight. Bob, thanks for taking the time, and give me your honest reaction when Billy called you on the phone and said, hey, man, listen to what I just did. I traded Josh Donaldson to the Toronto Blue Jays. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I probably paused for a little while to kind of reflect and let it sink in. But look, you know, we're sometimes in a position where we have to think about the now, the future, and balance that. So, whereas it looks like, you know, we trade with arguably our best player the last couple of years to, you know, do what we think is the right thing for us for now and in the future. That's going to be done here from time to time, and obviously Billy's always looking to do that, and so therefore we do make a few trades.
Hey, Bob, Bill Ripken here. You talk about the now and the future. You know, within a 4-month period, Donaldson was gone recently as your 3-0 hitter, Cespedes 4 months ago. So is it too early to play lineup configuration or construction right now?
Way too early, because, you know, so just when you think that we're going in a certain direction, you know, we signed a Billy Butler early in the offseason, now we'll trade Josh Donaldson. I think we have to wait and see where we are come spring training, because, you know, Billy always has a way of putting together a roster together that's very competitive, and we've obviously done that the last 3 years as well.
Bob, John Smoltz here. I've appreciated what you guys have done the last 3 years. And my question is, now this might be the first time in a while that you have a rotation, which I'm still very fond of, which gives you a chance to win, that has very little limitations on it. And Sonny Gray especially, what kind of – do you think he can be your number one and sustain that, even though everyone talks about his size? I mean, he has pitched so many big games for you. Your staff is still something you got to feel good about trotting out there next year.
Absolutely, and, you know, we're looking forward to getting to A.J. Griffin and Jared Parker back as well. So, you know, we have some reinforcements coming. But, you know, as far as Sonny goes, he's done so much for us in such a short period of time as a young pitcher that I wouldn't put anything past him. He's proved to be durable. He's pitched all these big games for us. He's come up big when we needed to him, you know, and looks like he's still 19 years old. So he's got the makings of a number one in my mind.
Josh Donaldson no longer a man in the hot corner for your club. Now it's Brett Lawrie, at least at the moment, if he's not packaged in another deal this offseason. What do you like about Brett Lawrie?
Well, you know, he's a gamer and a very talented guy when he stays on the field, and he can do a lot for your team, not only offensively but defensively. You know, he can steal you a base. He brings that type of energy, kind of similar to what a Josh Donaldson does, so we're excited about having him.
All of these deals, does it make your job more difficult, Bob?
You know what, I think if you look at how Oakland has done their deals and the personnel over the last, you know, decade or so, we've had some stability here the last 3 years, so it really hasn't, you know, been that big a problem here. We have some guys like Coco Crisp, who's been here a while, and some of the guys who've been here that hold down the fort in the clubhouse. So, you know, it's when you make major changes like now, we'll see what the influx of guys and what kind of chemistry we get together, but we seem to always have a pretty good clubhouse here.
You guys expect the unexpected. You never know what Billy Beane's going to do. Bob Melvin, we always appreciate your time. Thanks for calling in, okay?
You got it. Thanks, guys.